Hey guys, my name is Wes Nichols, and I am really excited to be in class with you this quarter. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, which is actually where I grew up. I've been here for most of my life, and I live here with my wife, Caroline. She is a 7th and 8th grade school teacher, and I currently serve as a youth pastor at our church. My church is called Peachtree Presbyterian Church, and I serve as the director of middle school ministry there. It is actually the church where I grew up, which is pretty cool to be able to serve there for this season. And I really love what I do. And I love my church particularly in terms of worship because we have a blended worship service which brings together elements of both traditional worship and contemporary worship, at least in the Presbyterian sense. So we sing hymns, we have the organ, but also we sing modern worship songs and have our liturgy set in ways that make it more accessible. Seeing as I grew up at Peachtree, it definitely played a huge part in me discovering what worship looked like and why it was important to me in my story. I fell in love with church there at a young age, and even in seasons where I wandered from it, where it didn't seem as important to me, I always felt drawn back to God when I entered into the sanctuary. Also, I want to apologize just as a disclaimer. If you hear some scurrying behind me, it is definitely my kitten Winnie. I'm sorry, she's in a really active phase, so she may be in this video. I'm just going to go ahead and prepare you for it. But anyways, I began to love worship at a young age, and as I grew older and wandered from it at times, really what drew me back to a love of worship was getting involved in contemporary and more charismatic forms of worship in different churches as time went on. And then as I entered into my early 20s, I had a swing back toward more high church expressions of worship. And now that I find myself worshiping in a blended context, it is really cool to see how all forms of worship have value, and all forms of worship in the Christian church can draw believers back toward the heart of God. I'm really excited to learn more about what that looks like this quarter alongside y'all. I think from my vocational formation group, what I am looking to gain is just an honest place where I can reflect what I'm thinking and feeling and praying about when it comes to exploring worship in this class, and just to reflect that back to me, and for me to be able to reflect it back to y'all. I think it's going to be really special and really cool. Being that this is the beginning of my 5th year at Fuller, I actually think that it's really awesome that I'm potentially setting out on a new course in ministry and am really diving and delving into what worship means to me. And so I'm really excited for this vocational formation group to be a place to do that. So thanks again, guys. I look forward to seeing more of y'all this quarter, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.